So I will start I guess, this live in allowing everyone to know who I am. I am TRIS. You may have heard of me or seen some of my work. Those who know me from the past know that lots have happened in my life. I've recently, over the last couple of years, got my memory back, and life's been a little different for me. Just still waiting for some other people to join the live. It takes a little while for Facebook and for audio devices to link up on the wild web, if I got that out right. So I'll just wait for some people to arrive and some comments to say hi, to let me know they are here. I might add as well, I'm not used to going to live on Facebook. So the features in Facebook Live are not exactly 100%, how can I say, that I'm used to. I have a light stutter in my vocabulary. I try as hard as I can to overcome it. I am neural dyslexic. It does not mean anything other than I have problems trying to communicate. I'm smarter than your average bear, most definitely. Once again, I will just wait for some people to be able to be informed through the Facebook platform that I am live currently. I apologize for anybody out there that was waiting for my live broadcast on Wednesday. It seemed the dates were wrong. It actually hooked up the dates of the actual post. The actual live broadcast was today for 12 o'clock for half an hour. So I apologize for anyone that was wanting me to go live on Wednesday and waiting. I felt myself that it would be easier for everyone out there to be able to be watching my live broadcast on the weekend, because most people work during the week. So Facebook didn't muck that one up. It was just a settings problem. I would like to also say to everyone out there, Facebook and I have been communicating through their backlogs, and they have taken off all cancellations of my sound and music with my audios and videos and allowed them to go up. It is within their stipulations and regulations. After reviewing in a dispute, they have said it is authorized, and we are very sorry. So all my videos, if you go back through, are now unmuted, so you can hear them with clarity of the sound and music. So just letting everyone know that as well, that all my videos on my platform on Facebook, right back into the past, are now unmuted, and I won the dispute with Facebook. So other than that, I hope that allows you to be able to have a little bit more insight in hearing and not just able to be reading the text. And that is another thing I will do in the future, turn off alerts during a live broadcast. But welcome to my humble abode, and this is where I keep most of my crystals that I have travelled around the world and collected. I am known to have a cabinet of crystals. It has changed over the years in many ways, but I am most definitely a collector of crystals. So anyone watching this now has had my up-to-date message of who I am. If I am TRIS, if you would like to know why it says Master TRIS, it's because I am an MMA master, retired due to physical injuries. It's a title. Jedi is one who uses the Force. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're thinking, oh, Star Wars, jumping around with a lightsaber. No. The movie Star Wars was based off of a real custom. They used the Force within themselves, and they threw that into a movie and made a movie. Okay, the Jedi are a real religion. It's now no longer really a religion as a way, and that was the whole point. Buddhism and priests and whatnot took it into their area and tried to continue it with Chi and E, but never really had the capability of E, and lost it with bigotry and allowing themselves to go into masculinity force and not using the femininity and mind and soul. A neutral factor. If you're X factor or gender fluid, you have more spectrum understanding in this area. And I might add, spectrum here is important. Does not mean a cisgendered person. If you don't understand what that means a person born to the spectrum, being male or female, can't understand that, because we're all human, we all have a brain, so it's just a matter of getting your head around it. And there's lots of people out there that with the LGBT. I stand for humanity. As I said, I still stand for the LGBT in understanding and equal rights for humanity, and that is a big area. I recently have started to help in an area of Africa that basically is a concentration camp, but we won't go into sadom and boredom areas of people's emotional heart. I don't want to upset you, and it is most definitely not a boredom area for many others other than, you would say, fascists, and we are all trying to wake them up. Thank you for the love heart. This will be posted on my Facebook. It's live, so anyone that has missed anything can go back and catch up. So my introduction of why I am Master Jedi TRIS is it is a title. Master MMA title. I no longer do martial arts due to my physical injuries. Jedi is because one who uses the Force is known as a Jedi in Western culture. So, therefore, it is a title. If you were a student of mine and wished to learn my ways, you would say Master Jedi Sky, and I would accept you to be able to communicate with me. If you're not a student of mine, then you would obviously just say, hey Tris, how you doing? Because we live in 2023 now. It's way past 2022 and 2020, and people are being as real as they can. So I'm being as real as I can. So, hi, and that is who I am. If you watch my work, I try to highlight areas of the mind, the body, and so much more. Area of me awakening myself, and with others' assistance as well through my life, on and off, as I have had amnesia 2 to 3 times. I would say 3 times because it was a semi-what amnesia that ended up waking me up. My first amnesia was I was hit, well, not so much hit, but clipped by a semi-truck when I was 15. That was a difficult one. So for all those out there that have had amnesia in their life, never give up as well. I currently work in an area of enlightening people. I try to allow people to understand the world, what they live in right now. Your common day-to-day of 12 hours around, 7 days a week, in this forever cycle of your life. As you semi-what awaken to other areas and learn through your life. You've heard many things. You may have heard your glass half full, your glass full of water and stuff like this. Well, I've passed that level, and there are levels of enlightenment. Keep your cup full, keep all your knowledge, expand your cup, and fill it more. This is a better way. Why would you want to go and learn martial arts in an area of meditation for mind or soul, or for physical, how can I say, capability? If they say, forget everything you've ever learned, then how are you going to use the skills that you have to learn more, if they've told you to forget your skills you have? So I'm against standard teachings, and that is how I broke through to a spectrum of using one's mind in a different way. How do I allow spirits to come into me through my eyes and physiologically heal me, and allow myself to heal through my own energy, and allow them to teach me more? It's called a medium. We all know about psychics and mediums. This is all part of the awakening mind. You may have seen this in ancient areas, about 3,000 years, this symbol. This is used in many cultures around the world to explain. Always the same. Rebirth. They normally do it in 4 cycles. But they never fully understood what they were saying, only the principles of it. Well, this area here, I broke through this area and understood it. 20 years in research. I might add, my research was based on a lot of other people's research, and further going into them areas with other known science and known spectrums of identification, meaning different ways and views to see something. And angles of views are very important. And to be able to do that, you need the skills to do that. I'm sure you've heard the area of putting yourself aside and looking at something for a second from a different perspective. Well, that was a very important area for all of us. And that is an area that you have to do. You have to hold your mind and what you believe, your feelings and what you're feeling. Doesn't mean you don't feel and think it still, but don't allow it to stop you from hearing and feeling something new. That's the area of don't empty your cup, expand your cup, fill it more, and forever expand it. That's true life. You're eternal, okay? You're an eternal essence. Your physiological body is made of matter, but if you get small enough, you'll go right through it. And around that is your entire body is full of energy. They have microscopical telescopes now, or whatever you want to say in any word format, very small cameras. And they can show inside your body, and you can see the electricity flowing through your actual flesh, through your veins, microscopical bugs going through it, doing their job that you make. It's not just little cells floating around your body, okay? You are made up of millions of living organisms. This body is your temple. Let's just say your whole body is a universe. So when you're in harmony with that, and you understand you're taking care of not just yourself, you're not just having your bathroom, your bedroom, your animals, your friends, your family. You're taking care of millions of living organisms within yourself that are a part of you. They feel and know everything you know. I would not say to the point of sentiency, but they're a part of you, so you are that sentiency of that creature. And that's what makes the human body. It's a different way of looking at things, but it's proven with science. It's just how you look at it. How do I allow myself to do what I can do? Because I've unlocked the doors in my head, as you will unlock many in yours. So, and you are through your whole life, and it means a lot to everyone. The awakening is not just a physical and spiritual thing. It's about looking around in the world, and you might go back and want to go back through a lot of my actual videos and just have another look. It doesn't matter who I am. It doesn't matter who the other people are there. What matters is the words and the information, because that information is going to allow you to have more of a clarity in seeing, not just with your eyes, but seeing with your soul and your emotions and your physiological being, everything you are. That is important to make the right decision. And that right decision is your decision of learning, filling that cup, expanding the cup more, getting the ideas of understanding. So your spirit, your quantum field, as science would say it, within your brain and through your physiological body can expand and understand and coordinate your physiological body correctly. Symbiosis. Okay. If you reach an area of clarity within your mind, then you are symbiotic understanding of full essence. You can physiologically, in the ancients used to say, ascend. Some say, turn your body to energy. Allow your quantum field from your spirit to utilize your physical body and let that charge go through you to a point where you basically turn into the butterfly. Religion called this in the old days angels. People see energy beings and things all the time. Did you ever think perhaps it was people that have ascended? Perhaps there's more to this. Now you're starting to get to the area where I am and the area what I'm getting into. A part of the awakening is questioning everything. Because if you're not going to question and learn, How are you going to fill the cup more? Where are you going to get them questions and answers? You might say, how do I come up with this stuff? I meditated for 6 hours and turned my left hand into pure energy, watching my hand going transparent and so much more. It was amazing. I'm still tracking down the videos and so many people that were recording this, because I had amnesia after that event because of sound. And as I've learnt, if you're going to do full meditation and try something like that, you have to go to a meditation dome or an area where other people are more enlightened so they can understand this. That is one thing the monks understand. Noise vibration. You have good sound vibration and you can have bad sound vibration. Certain tones when your mind is unlocking can throw you off and be harmful. Thank you for the thumbs up. So safety is a factor here. I'm physical, how can I say, proof of that. Losing my mind for 2 years, well, not entirely, but my memories, and being able to, thinking back in that frame of mind, even confuses myself. I understand everything, kind of why and how, shall I say how and why I was that way, but it definitely allowed me to understand, once I pieced through that with my mind. I might add, I went to 2 years of psychiatry and psychology, and at the end of that, my psychologist said they would like to follow me in my ways. So it allows you to understand that he was dumbfounded with my evidence and of realizing who I was and my mind awakening and remembering everything. But to the point, I've learnt a lot and I've studied a lot, and getting all that memory back and seeing all that, how I fought through that, was very difficult. But when you start awakening, a big part of it is you will go back and kind of regress in your memories through your life and learn from so much more that you didn't take in at this moment, but you will. I'll just read this comment. Welcome for those who have just started watching. Please, if you've missed anything, go back and watch the full video highlights of this, and I'm sure it will allow you to understand. I'm not going to do another formal introduction. I've already done that on the video. So I've highlighted some areas of what has happened to me and the areas I work in. Now these areas, I'm not going to say that I am the most powerful person on the planet. I call myself a little butterfly, because the information I have learnt, I know if I reach out and give this information to you, and you learn this information, then you may surpass me. And I hope you would surpass me, and then turn back with your hand again and help somebody else, like a tag team. We're called the human race. It's not meant for one of us to accomplish this, and there are millions of people around the world with the awakening, trying to understand on their levels and their spectrums of wherever they're coming from, and all fighting through to get to the one point, one answer I guess we all want to know. Why are we here? What are we? Not just mainstream science. It hasn't been around for a long time. There's been a lot more science on this planet, and a lot more information that has been covered. Well, people like me that have awoken and got the tail end of that information are going into it. If you're a paranormal or supernatural, most people will hide. Most standard people will attack the unknown from fear. A lot of people realize now, don't be a fascist and don't attack something just because you're scared of it. Yeah, human instinct is to be afraid. That's an emotion. Once you process that emotion, the next thing is, hey, I'm curious. What is this? You want to learn. Well, that's what I'm here for, and that's what many people are here for. Trying to allow you to understand, to don't be so harsh. As a child, you grew up, you learnt a lot. Then people through their life that are growing old, you may look up to and respect, are still learning. They don't have this information, or they have bits of this information, and they themselves, they're like, hey, I'm going to learn so much more. I'm learning myself. Those who are watching here currently on the live, thank you for being here at this time. I am sorry once again the live broadcast on Wednesday did not go through. The dates were wrong. I am just new to Facebook Live, so bear with me with my, how can I say, complications with technical issues. And so I have spoken regarding a few things and highlighted you of who I am and what I stand for. And in my, how can I say, awakening currently, I can go into many areas of depth, but different people in different areas and levels must be approached in different fashions of these levels. If you're going to go up to a 5-year-old child and teach them quantum physics, it may be difficult for them to comprehend. So why I speak in such format and come across in different areas of communication is because I know different people are on different areas and levels. So I understand this. I will be going on live on TikTok as I normally do shortly, and I will be continuing to set up my areas and linking from YouTube and everywhere else, and I will be having more conversations and becoming more established with what I'll be talking about in the different areas. And there are so many different areas. A repressing area. This book is not supposed to exist. These are some highlights of some areas that I will be going into. A movie was made of this. This is Bradbury, 451. This book has been around for a long time, and they made a movie of it. About the government burning books. Back in the 90s, the government went to the libraries of Australia, and they went and got specific books of a list. This is one of the surviving books. I got this book when I was 15 years of age. When I got my memory back, the places I hid things and when I remembered what I was doing. I've been a martial artist since I was 5 years old, working for the awakening. When I was 15 years of age, there was a group of 30 of us. 15 of my friends were killed. I was run off the road by a truck, a semi-truck on my motorcycle. I was nearly killed as well. This book survived. So this is a very real book. So I'll be highlighting certain areas of cover-ups around the world with our establishments of leaders. Most of these leaders these days aren't even around. Them leaders are far and gone. That is why we're living in a society that is so confused, and we are fighting to come out of it. Some books of interest. Crystal books. I do not sell these books. You can buy these books from online or wherever. These are the Crystal Bibles, 1, 2, and 3. The only real Bible that I'll read is made from crystals. It shows you how to use crystals and the capability of healing and cleansing your body. You are made of crystals within your pineal gland, within your human brain. Your front of your eyes, of your lens, are crystalline. That is how I do what I do. Once you understand what you are, or parts of you, of what they can do. It's like using your mouth to talk, your eyes to see. You use your feet to walk. You use your ears to hear. You use your heart to feel. Well, you need to use that is in your mind you can't see. That is your pineal gland. Ancient areas of cultures of religion would say Ra, or the inner eye, or the third eye. This was a reference to the pineal gland in the human brain. It is an area that, with feeling and developmentation of emotion and understanding, you can start to access and use physiologically. Some have even levitated. Some channel. Some can do some wondrous things. So it is very real. I am trying to teach the first steps of activating and using. So I don't show exactly how to do it, because it is hard to put in words, and English is very restricting. But I give as much information as I can towards it. So videos on YouTube and whatnot will be coming up regarding this area. Another book of interest here. Physical reading through touch. Reading palms is one thing. Using that physiological energy through touch. More empathic, you would say. And we are all empathic. We all have emotion. I'm sure when you wake up, or while you're watching this, you're having many responses into your physiological emotions of your developmentation at this moment in time, or where you are in your life. It does not mean you're supposed to shut that down. And as another person said that is awoken, your fourth engine, your feeling. No one wants to get in contact with their feeling from what's happened in their life, or walk through the water, as I say, to your soul, to your full emotions, to your quantum field, and activate it entirely, and be at one with yourself, symbiosis. Well, you have to. If you want to do what I can do, if you want to awaken, you're doing this through your whole life. Don't repress yourself. Don't go sorrowing your worries into alcohol or cigarettes or drugs, because it's only going to close you down and shut you down. A temporary measure, a band-aid. Because when you stop that, it will flow back as a tidal wave, and you will have to walk through it. And then you can learn to do this. Another areas I'll be highlighting in my YouTube broadcasts. 7 chakras are healing. Some of these in the crystals and areas of meditation, or even just coherently walking, sitting, feeding the birds, swimming, or whatever luxury area you wish to do, riding motorcycles, boating, hiking, will allow you to walk through that water easier and start understanding your chakras. These are some books I've highlighted in some information to allow you to understand that what I'm saying is very real, or at least allows you to have a feeling of saying, perhaps there's more into this, because there is. So we are all spiritual. I'm an ex-Christian, Catholic, baptized, 42 years. I am no longer religious, but I am very spiritual, and I understand more of myself now than what I have ever understood. Can I still be very real? Hell yeah. 2020 people. I can come across in different fashions for every walk of every tribe, because I've lived a life. I am 46 years of age. Not too bad. I'm using the healing energy to heal not just my physical body, but my spiritual and mental as well. Is it going to take me a blink of my eyes or a day? No, it is taking me 3 years. Hopefully in the next 2 to 3 years, I'll have more insight and more understanding and more capability of coming across and being able to help you more. For all those that have been on my journey from the beginning, thank you for being with me and walking through my ups and downs. Thank you for helping me while I had amnesia. Thank you for having the understanding, and thank you for still being here. I will leave this broadcast at this moment in time, because I have been on for more than half an hour. Thank you once again for taking the time for watching this live broadcast, and for those who don't catch the live broadcast, thank you for watching this video that I will leave on my Facebook, as I set up my technical areas and where I live, and allow myself to have more capability to highlight some of the areas that I have stated in this video. I hope to be able to have more of an audience, and I hope to be able to enlighten you and be enlightened by you, and share, and let us all grow and unlock the doors. As a good musician once said, the doors to the mind and the keys. I have a few keys. Let me share these keys with you. Thank you. Have a brilliant day.